Hi, I'm Robert. I am the Director of Software at Our Town America Corporate. I'm going to share with you some updates we're going to be making to our ePay system and some changes that you guys will need to make to your authorized.net accounts. So most of you should remember sometime last year, we updated Epayments to process credit cards in a secure way. And if you remember at that time, you had to enable something called CIM, Customer Information Manager, in your authorized.net accounts. And now we're going to essentially be doing the same thing with our e-check, with our EFT payments. So you're going to have to make another change to your authorized.net accounts in order to be able to process those e-check payments through ePay. So let me tell you about the procedural differences here. Essentially, when we run an EFT payment through e-check or through e-payments here, what it does is here's an example of an auto pay EFT payment that we ran, that Deborah ran the end of February. And essentially what it does is it doesn't actually process anything when you run those. It just creates this file that you have to download and then upload into Paylines, as you know. This is going to actually process those e-check payments. So we're no longer going to be downloading those files and then uploading them to another system. It is going to actually process those payments through authorized.net. And it will save you that step of downloading and uploading and then, re-downloading that information from Paylines. Now, as you probably know, it takes a few days for e-checks to process. It's not instant like, credit cards typically are. So most of them are going to say that they are, authorized or approved. However, it does take a few days. So our internal system will be checking on those transactions once a day and updating them. So after 3 days, if it's settled, then, it will update here in ePayments as well. Scott and Amy Hecht have agreed to let me use their login so I can demonstrate the process of how to enable this module on your accounts. So as you know, this is the authorized.net login page. You go to login, you click on merchants, and that'll give you the login page. After you're logged in, you'll see this page, the dashboard. This page, actually, you'll see the dashboard. So when you get to this dashboard, you're going to click on this payments menu item on the side. You're going to see e-check. You can click on e-check, and this will show you one of three possible things. Typically, you'll see this page. And as you saw there for a second, it did show that start application, the blue button at the bottom. And then after a second, it took the button away. Ideally, you should see that start application button. You should be able to just press that blue button and then fill out the application. The application consists of bank account information, where should these payments be deposited, and things like that. It's not too bad of an application. And if you see that application and you're able to fill it out here in the browser, then that takes about a day or so before you get approved, and then you're good to go. You may get the blue button and just be able to submit it that way. If not, you just give them a call, 1-855-477-1190, and you go through the process. You just tell them that you need to enable the e-check module, and that's all you have to do. And go through that process. For us, what happened was they emailed us an application, and Debbie filled that out and returned the requested information to authorized.net, and then they approved us within, I don't know, 6 hours or a day maybe. You can check here in your e-payment system. If you go to the controls button here, you'll be able to see whether or not e-check is turned on. We can't change this from here, but this can show you whether or not it is enabled. So you have that sort of a read-only way of looking at it. If you have questions about this process, Debbie would probably be the best person to contact, since she did go through this process with authorized.net recently. If you have technical questions, you're welcome to reach out to me or the account managers as well. We were planning on rolling this out today. March 9th was our deadline for getting this done, but we're going to move this back a week. We've got until March, let me look at my calendar. March 16th is our new rollout date. We want to get this done well before the next auto pay cycle so that we can test it in production. We've done plenty of testing in the development environment. We want to be able to test it in production and hopefully catch any issues there might be before Everybody is running environment. So we need you guys to get this done by the 16th. Um, please don't hesitate to reach out if there are any questions or concerns.